If you ask 10 people on the street to tell what all the Superman comics 10 chances to get a different set of responses from all 10 people. Some side effects comics may from person to person, but the entire list may vary greatly from one person to another. But if you ask for their top 10 collector, chances are that they are very similar and consists almost entirely of print vintage Superman comic for some time yet. Superman Comic 1. Superman #1 comic probably at the top of the list of all the series collector. This is by far the most sought after and elusive of all the comics out there. The problem is that there are reprints made little real value for collectors. People are often fooled by the appropriate reprint. Before investing in a comic is meant to be a problem the first time, make sure you have properly checked for authenticity. Action Comics #1. This is another important comics contained in any series collection of Superman comics. This comic marks the first appearance of the Man of Steel, improving the condition of the books that greater value of this is a true first edition, not a reprint. Smart. Superman #75. Of all the modern Superman comics, this majority, if you develop a collection mainly focuses on classic comic, then you will miss something important. #75 is also known as the death of Superman, though discredited as little more than a publicity stunt, now headlining the time. In fact, for the first time in a while that everything related to the comic can be considered mainstream media outlets. Comics itself is only of secondary importance, represents the generation who grew up as Superman and those who are just learning about the Man of Steel for the first time. As a publicity stunt, perhaps the most effective in recent memory. You do not need to go all out and spend a lot of money ridiculously comic collecting rare and antique old. To have a collection of Superman comic can be proud of for the most part. You can get the rest of the story of the early editions mark-free Superman comics online and invest instead in some new comics slowly quickly from memory and circulation.